Welcome back to Dirty Garage Mods. I am Daniel, your host of this show. Today we are going to be working on a Pontiac G3, which is also a Chevy Aveo. It's a 2009, and what I'm going to be doing today is showing you guys how to replace the thermostat housing. Bought a complete unit on Amazon. I will provide a link for it down below. And also there will be a link down there for DetroitAxle.com. Go check them out. Promo code Daniel10 and get 10% off automatically at checkout. Really good parts, really good product, everything you could ever need on there for your suspension needs. So anyhow, I will cut back in here in just a few minutes when I'm getting ready to start tearing into this car and try to take you step through step on how to do it. So hang tight. Okay, first things first, you're going to have a hose right here. It's what comes out the bottom of the overflow tank, goes down to your radiator to fill it. Since you don't have a cap on the radiator, that's how you fill it. So you're going to take this off, take that clamp off, and hopefully work this hose off. And I'm going to have to put a pan under there. Right, so I went ahead and pulled it off there, as you can see. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take loose the battery cable here, because it's actually going to be in the way. And the rest of this hose, you're going to have to take the zip tie off of there. And I'm going to have to cut back in. Anyhow, there's a zip tie holding this on right here. You're going to want to just clip it, get it out of the way. And you got to take your battery cable loose first to get that hose out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and get a, looks like a 12 millimeter. I'll be right. Battery cable is going to be a 10 millimeter. At least on this one it is. Should be on all of them. So you're going to take that loose. Okay, pop your cable loose and get that out of the way, and that will free up that. Get those kind of out of the way. We'll try to get you guys in a little bit closer here to see what I'm doing. Let me just a second here. So now you got a heater hose in here that you're going to have to get to. You got two of them actually. You got a top and a bottom. Try not to get these confused when you put it back together, because that could be a problem. So I'm going to loosen them up. Loose antifreeze everywhere. Now see, we replaced that hose the other day because it blew open, so I put a regular clamp on it, but the other one has a special clamp on it, so I got a tool for that, so I'll be right back to it and we'll get that. Okay, so this is going to be difficult to see. I really want to get you guys an up close view. I'll try to zoom it in here, but you're still not going to be able to see it. But they make this tool for getting these clamps. You can buy them at your local auto parts store. I'll provide a link in that down below for this tool. If you guys want to order it through Amazon, it's a little bit cheaper. Really good tool for this application. So what you want to do is a really good tool when you can get in there, guys. What you want to do is get in there like so. And you squeeze your handle up here. There we go. Use that handle, and then you can work that clamp backwards. So work it backwards. So that's what you do, is you work it backwards, and then you can go to the next hose, which will be the upper radiator hose. So I'll cut back in here in just a minute for that. Okay, so I went ahead and removed the front hose, and I'm still fighting with that back hose, and I think what I'm going to do to get it off there is I'm going to go ahead and take this housing loose. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug all the electrical on it. So that's your next step you'll want to do, is unplug all electrical if you can. There's a vacuum line, I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see. Yeah, it's a vacuum line. So, or another water line probably. Okay, well, hey, we'll get some more tools. Okay, so once you get all your plugs and everything out of the way, you're going to take a 10mm socket. You can get a short one or a long one. I got long ones. And you're going to loosen this housing up. And we're actually doing the entire housing because it's actually cracked. It's plastic, so it cracked. So we're having to replace it all. So I still have to get that other heater hose off, but I figure once I get the housing loose, I can get that off. So, so you want to take your 10mm socket, like I was saying, take these loose, and get them out of there. Alright, I have really long bolts, so I'm going to stick that right up there next to my magnet. Alright. Get the top two out. I'll go off camera for the other two because they're on bottom, and a little bit more of a pain in the butt to get to. So, another electrical plug I just now noticed. Okay, so I'll cut back in here in just a few minutes. Okay, so I got everything loose. I got that clamp off that hose finally. But it's got this inlet valve right here. It goes in the bottom of this. And I'm pretty sure it's an Allen wrench because it's rounded off. So it's probably going to be an Allen wrench to take that off. So Wanted to show you guys that real quick. It's 2 bolts to take it off, so I'm gonna go and find the right tool and see if I can get that sucker off, get it out of the way, and then I can take that out. So I'll be right back. All right, so come on, focus. Okay, well, it's a star shape. It is a size, and it may vary from vehicle to vehicle. Don't actually have the size on my tool, but it's what worked. It fit. So star-shaped screw. So yeah, so there's that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take the other one off. Something came loose. Okay, so anyhow, you get that loose, and for some reason this crossover pipe came loose in there, so I'm hoping I can slide it back into whatever it goes into. I'll cut back in here in just a few minutes. This turned into a big headache now. Okay, so we're in the final steps of this project, reassembling everything. You got a crossover pipe that's going to go up underneath this heat shield. It's probably going to come off. More than likely it's going to come off. And it is a pain in the butt put back in there. Luckily I have an automotive scope with a camera and a light. So that helped me feed it back in there. I got it back in place. And that's something that could really help you out. I will link one of those down in the description as well. You can get them for around anywhere from $50 to $200. Just depends on what you want to spend. I'll share a couple of those links down below so you guys can pick and choose if you like. But they're really nice to have. So, but yeah, we're going to start reversing everything back and putting everything back together, and we'll go from there. So I'll cut back in here once I got this new housing prepped. So see you then. All right, so here we are again. I started putting the new one in, and what I recommend is, because there's 4 bolts that hold this in, so what I recommend is get them in there somewhat snug. You don't want to over tighten them yet. You want to get all the bolts in there, and then I recommend going in a star pattern to tighten them up. Kind of, it helps that new seal seat in there nice. So just do that. And make sure your stuff is out of the way. I'll figure out that line there here in a little bit. So yeah, so that's what you're going to do, is you're going to snug up these, and then just star pattern like you're tightening up your wheel on your car until everything's nice and tight. And I'll cut back in here in just a minute. Alright, so once you got your 4 bolts in, you're going to have to put the 2 bolts in the bottom here that holds this crossover pipe on. So what you're going to have to do is make sure your upper radiator hose is completely out of the way, or best you can get it out of the way. You can just flex that up, and let's see, I'll zoom you guys back a little bit. Oop, 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 oop. Alright, so what I'm going to do is reach in here. Let's see. I'm going to take your star. I wish I could tell you what size that is. It's like a T30 basically, if you if you're using a Alright, so my big head's probably in the way. So you're going to put these two bolts in and get them snugged up really nice and tight. Alright, I got her started, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, then I'll cut right back in here in a minute. Okay, so we're back again. I went ahead and hooked up all electrical, got these two hoses back in, or three hoses back together, got this hose back together, got the negative back on, tightened everything up. I do have one thing here, I gotta go and see if I can find a clip for it to make this stay down. Other than that, I just gotta fill it full of antifreeze and start it up and see if it'll run. Hopefully that line won't pop off there when I do start it up. So, but anyways, if you like what you see, smash the thumbs up, comment below if you like, and as always, subscribe. And all links for products I've used will be down in the description below. And that'll be it. I appreciate it, and thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.